Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Mario Kart 8's Booster Course Pass has finally ended with the release of Wave 6. It has been a long journey, but Mario Kart 8 seems to have finally come to an end. Which may be sad for some, but I'm personally looking forward to what Mario Kart has for us in the future. Before we get into what Wave 6 has to offer, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like, and be sure to subscribe for more content like this. So with that said, let's get into the courses. For the first track in the Acorn Cup, we have Rome Avanti. This is another city track from Mario Kart Tour. And I gotta say that it's pretty good. I really like the aesthetic of Rome and, you know, seeing the Colosseum and all that and being able to drive through some of it. That's really cool, but I don't know, some of these city tracks really do end up blending into one another. However, when it does come to the city tracks, this one does stand a little bit more on its own compared to others. Oh, also, I love the chain chomps in the Colosseum. I want to see more stuff like that. The second track is DK Mountain, and DK Mountain has always been a fun track, and it is no different in Mario Kart 8. Traversing down the mountain and going across the unstable bridge is just a blast. A barrel blast, if you will.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Next is Daisy Circuit from Mario Kart Wii. Daisy Circuit is fine, but I never really cared about this track like the others. Even when it was introduced on Wii, I just didn't really care too much about it. I did like the sunset lighting and all that, and I do really enjoy this Luigi and Daisy statue. I love this statue. I mean, don't get me wrong, the track itself, you know, the layout is fine, but I just don't really have any kind of attachment to this track. And the last track that we have in this cup is the Piranha Plant Cove. Piranha Plant Cove is probably my favorite underwater track. Don't get me wrong, some of the track is on land, but for the most part, you're going to be traversing the bottom of the sea. And normally I wouldn't really like this because I don't really like a lot of underwater tracks. However, for this one, I love the setting. I love these ancient piranha plant ruins. I think that's really cool. Overall, I just love the aesthetic and I love the music too. Honestly, one of my favorite tracks in the entire wave. Now we are on the Spiny Cup. And for the first track, we have Madrid Drive. This is another city track from Mario Kart Tour. And this one, like other city tracks, it just blends together with them. I will say that I do like the introduction of all of these Mario enemies in Madrid. I like how Wiggler is in this town plaza and you have the Thwomps in that one area. I really do like when Mario enemies are more involved in these city tracks. It just really helps to add that Mario flavor. But Madrid Drive is a good track. It's just one that doesn't really stand out in my mind. However, I do really enjoy going through like the soccer field and having the Goombas kick soccer balls at you. That's a real treat. I love that.
There is no possible way that North Carolina can mess up this shot.
Up next is Rosalina's Ice World. It's neat visually with the planets in the background and being able to see other galaxy references. However, I just don't really like ice worlds all too much. It's just not something I gravitate towards. However, I do like seeing the observatory, which is really cool and does put this track a little bit above other ice worlds. And I don't really get putting Rosalina with ice elements. I understand that she looks like Elsa, but I don't know, she's obviously more space themed, whatever. Either way, it's a track that I personally just not the biggest fan of. Up next is Bowser's Castle 3 from Super Mario Kart. I was kind of surprised with this one, to be honest. They added some interesting elevation and anti-gravity elements in this simple design track. And as a whole, I kind of like the track's design. It's just fun to hop throughout this segment and drift on these turns. Oh, and the music in this track is sublime. And finally, we have the last track for the last cup, and that is Rainbow Road from Mario Kart Wii. I forgot how much I liked Mario Kart Wii because wow, this Rainbow Road gave me all the nostalgic feelings. While I am tired of seeing rainbow roads in these waves, I do like how they give the actual rainbow in these courses different textures to make each one unique from one another. That said, this Rainbow Road from Wii, it's just really fun, and honestly it's not that challenging, which is kind of a breath of fresh air, to be honest. There's a lot more railings than I remember, which I'm not complaining. It's probably one of the more easier, accessible Rainbow Roads. That may be it for the courses, but there are new characters that were brought into the roster, and instead of 2 like I thought, they gave us 4, which I'm not complaining. They added Diddy Kong, who should have been in the base roster, Funky Kong, who everyone and their mother was waiting to return, and after playing with him for a bit, I kinda get the hype. Pauline, who was my personal pick as to who I wanted to see the most in this update. And last is Peachette. Man, I'm glad to see Pauline finally in the roster. Okay, for real though, Peachette is fine, whatever. They probably had Peach models left over in the warehouse. I get it, but it's just not that interesting. Overall, Wave 6 introduced some pretty good tracks and some fan favorite characters. But to me personally, it doesn't have any huge bangers when it comes to the tracks. There was one track in particular that I wanted to see return, and that was Airship Fortress from the DS. I just really wanted to see what they would have done with that track. But you know what? That's okay. Airship Fortress can come back in the next Mario Kart game. Whatever that may look like, whether it's Mario Kart 9, Mario Kart 10, Mario Kart X, whatever. I'm just excited for the future of Mario Kart. And this whole Booster Course Pass was a great way to end Mario Kart 8. Although, it does have me a little concerned about what they're going to be adding in Mario Kart 9/10. Like, they added so much to Mario Kart 8 that Mario Kart 9 or 10 might seem like it's barren when it releases, you know, with the... It's obviously not going to have this much content, so I wonder what they're going to do to kind of make it different and stand out from Mario Kart 8. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. God bless.